So hi everyone. My Pecha Kucha. It's about how to choose a career. It's also an emotional decision. So choosing a career is one of the biggest decisions we make. When we are young, everyone will ask, what do you want to do in the future? It sounds like a simple question, but for many people it can feel confusing, stressful, and even a little scary. The career we choose can influence your routine, your lifestyle, and many important decisions struggle with your lives. When choosing a career, most people focus on salary, job opportunity, stability, and status. These things are important, and we should thinking about them. But sometimes we become so focused on a practical so reasons that we forget something equality important: how we feel about the future we are choosing for ourselves. Family members, teachers, friends, and society often have opinions about what successful should look like, and most of the time they want to help us, but after hearing so many different voices, it can become difficult to hear your own voice and understand what you truly want. So that is why I believe choose a career, it's not only a practical decision, it's also an emotional decision. The way we feel when we imagine your future and can tell us something important. Sometimes your emotions, not signs, things before your mind and ready to understand them. I learned this through away my own experience. My career part did not happen exactly the way I expect. Fact, changing different thought we change different way of the most important lesson I have ever learned about choosing a professional and building a future. For a long time, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. I always wanted to study law. It was not a random choice. I admired the profession, respected career, and imagining myself working in that field for many years. For me, it seemed like the perfect plan. When I started university, I feel proud because I had achieved my goal. I was finally studying what I want and what I wanted for years, and everything looked right from the outside. If someone asked me, I probably would have said I was exactly where I was supposed to be. But sometimes unexpected happened. For the first time, I stopped to think about becoming a lawyer and started to think about living as a lawyer every day. I was no longer imagining graduation. I was imagining the routine, the lifestyle, and the reality of their career. I asked myself a simple question: can I imagine myself doing this every day for many years? Not studied, not graduation, actually wake up every morning and building my life around the profession. The answer surprised me more than I expected. The problem was not I could not stood low. I could. The problem was that is that making me miserable, and I no longer feel excitable or alive doing it. I going to college become a burden instead of an opportunity. Sometimes my inside me, I knew the future didn't belong to me. Every thought I sounded like the perfect choice just on paper. At the same time, I was already working with communication, creating content, telling story, editing videos, and using creativity made me feel excited. I noticed that whatever I worked in that area, I feel more energized, more curious, and more motivated to keep learning. That was the moment I realized something important. Being capable of doing something is different from wanting to build your life around it. A career is not something you just do. It becomes part of your identity and the way you experience your everyday life. Change was not easy. Many people told me that advice was not the safest choice. Some questioned my decisions, others worried about money, opportunities, or stability. But I realized that ignoring my emotions would not make them disappear. So I often think about an idea for Viktor Frankl. He believed that people need meaning in their lives. We do not only need a job or a paycheck. We want to feel that what we do matters. When we find meaning in our work, challenges become easier to face because we understand why we are doing it. So that is why I changed from loud to adversity. It was not because I stopped thinking rationally. It was because I finally combined logic and emotional instead of choosing only of them. I looked at my skill, my experience, my interest in, and also how I feel and imagine my future. So if you are thinking choose a career, I would like to suggest a different exercise. Instead of looking only at professional salaries or university programs, spend some time imagining really your future. Picture yourself wake up in a normal Monday routine and going to work in that field. Then ask yourself how that imagine makes you feel. When you imagine yourself in that profession, do you feel curious, excited, motivated to learn more, or do you only feel comfortable because it seems like a safe choice? There is nothing wrong with wanting security, but sometimes security and a feel team are not exactly the same thing. Pay attention to what naturally attracts your attention. What topics do you search when nobody tells you to? What conversations make you lose track of time? What kind of projects make you want to keep going and to keep talking about this? Those emotions are clue about who you are. And a career is much more than a job you printed on a business card. It's become part of your daily routine, your habits, your relationships, and even the way you see yourself. That it's my choosing. A career is also choosing the kind of person you want to become over the next year on your life. So before you choose a professional, listen to facts, advice, and opportunities, but do not forget to listen yourself. The world can tell you all the possibilities, but only you can decide what feels meaningful. Sometimes the part that feels right is the part that leads you exactly where you are meant to be. It's all, teacher. I finished. Da